Did you think about it, Leo?
Yes. This is okay. So it's checking within a single row for this for B.
For any repeated numbers, right?
Yes.
Do you think they have to be following each other? This kind of repeated number?
What do you mean by following?
So, okay, consecutive. I mean, so what I meant here that if you see, he give you an example. If he call dice dial with 0 as a row, he will return 2. So if you open the dice dial array that I sent you just now to the WhatsApp, then you will be able to see how the 2D array looks like, the content of the 2D array. Inside the
Yes.
2D array, in the row 0, you find that column 1, column 2 have two numbers of 2. So they have 2 is repeated, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. And in the row 1, 4 is repeated. So he will return 4 like he's telling you in the exercise.
Yeah.
And when in the row 2, we only have elements of 5, 2, and 3, and they are not repeated.
Yes.
So did you start to have an idea what you need to really write?
Yes. Does pseudocode have brackets for ifs?
Sorry again?
Does a pseudocode have brackets for if statements?
No. If, then, and then else, and end if, and no brackets. If, then, else. If you need it, if you don't need it, then it's fine. And if. So, and no brackets.
Actually, never mind. Okay, I have to rethink this.
Wait, you are okay. You are okay. Don't worry. I mean, I don't say that you're 100% okay, but your thinking is excellent. I mean, it's fine. What you're doing is not bad at all. There is many ways to actually achieve that. So what you're doing is not bad at all. It's good. Continue. I would say, Leo, don't overthink. Just continue and rethink about what you are doing again. So continue what you are trying to do. If you have an idea about how to continue, fine. If not, just end the loops and rethink about it again. End loop, excellent. Okay.
So if it returns zero if it's not repeated. So
So you can define a variable even before the loop, and then so always defines variables before the loop, so that it can return its value outside the loop. So here, if you want to return something and it should return zero, so initialize the variable that you would like to return to zero here first. If it finds something, then you should assign it to the variable. So you can say, a good practice also to use the word result, and you can put it as a zero, and you can here write return result, and here you can assign result equal whatever number that you manage to find.
yeah, because well, what I was thinking was if you put like a return, then that just like after return, that just like stops the whole algorithm, right? Doesn't it?
Mm, yes, it will stop it. Yes, definitely. Yes, you're correct.
Because if it does, then like if I put like a return like zero at like the very end of it, and if it finds something, then it would
Understand.
return the
Clear.
repeat
Yes,
check.
I got your point.
Yeah.
You are correct. You are correct. Yes, it's fine.
Yes.
So
So
the only thing that I would really worry about is that
it's the going out
um,
of bounds, right? Because it's the plus one.
yes. So maybe you have to adjust something here in the loop.
Oh, and another problem is if I'm just going like +1, then there's no way to compare the first in the index and the last.
Yes, but it doesn't prove that your way is wrong. Your way is still one of the possible acceptable ways. Okay, so don't just give up so fast, so that you don't also waste time inside the exam. Your way is thinking is correct. You just need a few more modifications. Okay, I accept that, but an easier way is to say 0 to 1, and then here you already say +1, right?
Yes.
So it means that you will be comparing, when you are here, you will be comparing these two. When you are here, you're comparing these two. So instead of 1 to 2, also possible, you are correct, also possible to say 0 to 1. But okay, you have done it this way, acceptable. There is no worries. Okay?
Yes.
But then you have to worry, you have to worry now when the two numbers is in this way. So they are not following each other, but they are still repeated in one row. So let's imagine that here is 2. You compare these two, they are different. You compare these two, they are different. So in this case, in your code, you will return 0, but actually you should return 1. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
So this code, I believe it is correct. There is nothing wrong about it, except that you need to do this additional check. If you don't
So
like,
would
okay,
be
I will tell you. If you think that this not modifiable, start new from here without deleting this code. If you think like that, if you think that you are able to modify the code or even add something to it, do it. And then I'm listening to you. You was trying to say something.
because the kind of idea that I had was that well, now that I think of it, it might be too complicated, but what I was thinking was maybe I could make use of like a mod or something so that when I'm at index 2, I could like check for index 0.
No, I think I would not recommend that. Typically, the examiner have a lot of possible answers. They don't. So it means that the high chance, yes, the examiner will check your code and will give you some marks, but don't put it too complicated. Not all of them will have the ability and the time to really go through in details. Make it as simple as possible. Don't think of too complicated. I understand what you're trying to say, and it might work, but it needs a lot of testing. There is no guarantee that it will work. So I would say go for the easier solution that is become more obvious to the person who is checking your code.
Okay.
Okay, so now you are doing excellent check for every two values here and here, but you are missing one more thing. You are missing
Yeah.
just a comparison between this and this. Start with simple first. Don't overthink. What is the simple way to compare here to here?
Just put it out of the loop, maybe.
Yes, fine.
Outside of the
Also
loop.
acceptable. Acceptable. Yes, why not? Mm-hmm. Excellent. Okay. It's as simple as that. Yes, it's possible to do it this way. But I just want to remind you, please, uh, then and then. Okay.
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So that we don't give a chance to lose any marks. And yes, your solution is acceptable. Is one of the possible acceptable solutions. Yes. You can actually do it all with the if statement, but I find this way more smarter, and it fits your thinking. So I would not stop the way that you think. It's actually it's good to encourage the way that you think, because it makes sense and it's logic. Okay. So I will let me
Yes.
check if there is another. um, Do you mind if you just also write it on the same, if you would like to make it in Java, how it looks like?
This.
Yes, the same. Okay. Okay, Leo. Excellent. I'm sending you the last one here. Let me check. So he asks you on the C portion of the question, he's asking you to create another method. It accepts a dice die array also and outputs the lowest row total and the indexes of all the rows with Z total. So that's slightly tricky. But just be aware that he's not trying. Can you tell me? Actually, what you are doing here is that you are trying to find the total in all the rows, but this is not what he's trying to tell you. Can you please? Did you have a look at the slide that I sent to you?
Yes, I did. It's trying to find the lowest row total.
Row total, not all the rows total. And there is a difference. So rows total means, so he say 1 plus 2 plus 1, so that is 4. Okay, maybe 6, 5 and 5, so this is 16. So he would try to find the row with the lowest total, and that's slightly different. What is the highest? Let me just think with you. What is the highest value that you can ever see here inside a single place in the 2D array?
18.
A total 18, right?
Yes.
Okay. then and in if. So this is you already achieved the first part of his question, and then he would like you to get the lowest index. So you managed to find the lowest number, right? The lowest total.
Yes.
The second portion is that to find the lowest index. But just be aware that based on his assumption, we should find row 5 and row 6 giving the lowest numbers. So both of them will actually give 6. So if you have a look at the 2D array, then you will be able to. So add here, let me try to make it for you here this way. So if we say 5 and 6,
Okay.
so he wants from you the index, which is this one and this one. This is fine. This is excellent. Don't touch it. If you want to copy something from it, it's fine. But this portion is
just,
okay. You was
I
thinking
was
of
just
doing
thinking
it at the same time.
I could doing something like lowest index equals like high or something like that, and like output lowest index.
Yes, but yes, I would agree with that if only in one condition. If he asked to output 1, so in your case, you will either output 5 or 6, not both. But he asked for both. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Yes.
When you do this way, you will find that, oh, the lowest is 6. So it is possible that when you do this, you will actually stop at 5. The lowest index will not be printed at 6 anymore, because that will not be true when it is checking here.
So I just like make like a new loop that checks for each row to see
Why
if the
not?
total is equal to 6.
Why not? Yes. Why not? Yes. And I would recommend you to start writing. If you have an idea and you doubt about it, just write it. Let your mind think about it when you are doing it in the exam. We have to close the Leo and open again.
Oh, okay.